Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today's lesson is over patterns. Our first example is a pretty easy one. As we're looking at it, it says 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, and we need to figure out the next two numbers in the sequence. So if you notice here, we have 1, 1, 2 2s, 3 3s, so the next numbers are going to be 4 4s. It only asked me for two numbers, so it would just be 4 4, but it would continue on if we were asked for more. Here's the next example. This one's not as easy to immediately recognize. So when we have a sequence or a pattern that we can't immediately recognize, we want to look for either adding or subtracting a number to get to the next one, or multiplying or dividing. Always start though with adding or subtracting. So if we start to get from 1 to 7, we're going to add 6. Let's see if that pattern continues throughout. To get from 7 to 13, 7 plus 6 is 13, so it does continue there. And one more time for good measure, 13 plus 6 is 19. So our next number is going to be 19 plus 6, which is 25. The number after that is going to be 25 plus 6, which is 31. And our last example. So let's first start with adding or subtracting. To get from 3 to 1, I subtract 2. To get from 1 to 1/3, I actually subtract 2/3. So that is not the pattern. That is not what we want to do. We don't want to add or subtract. So next thing we're going to go to is multiplying and dividing. To multiply or divide, to get from 3 to 1, I can divide by 3. To get from 1 to 1/3, I can divide by 3. Remember, dividing by 3 actually is the same thing as multiplying by 1/3. So there's two different ways you can look at it. So to get from 1/3 to 1/9, I divide by 3 or multiply by 1/3. This is obviously the pattern, so I keep going. I'm going to divide by 3 again, which you can do using your calculator, or multiply by 1/3. If you didn't want to use your calculator, when you multiply 1/9 by 1/3, you multiply numerators, so it's going to be 1. Multiply denominators, 9 times 3 is 27. And we'll do it one time. We'll divide by 3, or multiply by 1/3, and we get 1 over 3 times 27, which is 81. Thank you for watching, and for more math tutorials, please subscribe to our channel, Friendly Math 101.